My beloved child, come closer and listen with your heart, not with fear, not with confusion, not with the pain of what you have been holding on to. I see the questions you do not speak out loud. I see the tears you wipe away when no one is watching. I see how deeply you love, how faithfully you wait, how patiently you endure, and how often you blame yourself for things that were never yours to carry. I want you to know this first, before anything else settles in your spirit. He loves you deeply. His love for you is real. It is not imagined. It is not something you created out of loneliness. It is not something you forced into existence by hope alone. The love is there. I have seen it. I allowed it. I did not miss it. But hear me carefully now, because what I am about to reveal is not meant to hurt you, it is meant to heal you. I am ending something, not because love was false, but because love without alignment becomes pain. I am ending something, not because you failed, but because you have been faithful far beyond what I ever asked of you. I am ending something, not to punish you, but to protect you. You have been praying for clarity, and this ending is the answer. You have been asking me why things feel stuck, heavy, delayed, and confusing. You have been asking me why you feel drained instead of filled, anxious instead of peaceful, and small instead of secure. My child, love that pulls you away from who you are becoming is not the love I designed to walk with you into your future. I know you are trying to understand why something that feels so deep cannot continue. I know you are replaying conversations in your mind, wondering what you could have done differently, wondering if patience a little longer would change everything. But I need you to hear this clearly: delay does not always mean preparation. Sometimes delay means detachment is required. Sometimes waiting is not faith, it is fear of letting go. And sometimes what you call love is actually familiarity mixed with hope, and hope mixed with fear of starting again. I am not angry with you for this. I am gentle with you. I understand you. But I will not allow you to remain where your spirit is slowly being worn down. He loves you deeply, yes. But love alone is not enough when timing is wrong, when growth is uneven, and when obedience is missing. I do not measure relationships by emotion alone. I measure them by fruit. I measure them by peace. I measure them by whether they draw you closer to me or quietly pull you away. I measure them by whether you feel secure or constantly uncertain. I measure them by whether you are becoming more yourself or slowly shrinking to be accepted. And my child, this connection, as intense as it has been costing you more than it has been building you. You have been strong for too long. You have been understanding when you should have been protected. You have been silent when your voice mattered. You have been patient when you deserved clarity. You have been loyal in seasons where reciprocity should have been present. I saw every moment you chose love over pride. I saw every prayer you whispered asking me to fix what you could not. I saw you trying to trust me while your heart was tired. Do not think for a moment that I missed any of it. I am not ending this because you were weak. I am ending this because you were strong enough to stay, and I love you too much to let your strength be abused by uncertainty. This ending is not a rejection. It is a redirection. It is not a loss. It is a release. It is not the death of love. It is the end of confusion. I am removing what keeps you emotionally tethered to a version of life that no longer matches who you are becoming. You have grown, even when you didn't notice. Your prayers have matured. Your discernment has sharpened. Your capacity for love has deepened. But the situation has not grown with you. It has stayed in the same place, repeating the same cycles, triggering the same wounds, and asking you to wait without promise. That is not my design for you. I know you are afraid of what comes after this ending. I know the silence scares you. I know the thought of empty space makes your chest tighten. But listen to me, I do not remove something unless I intend to replace it with something better, something healthier, something aligned. Empty space is not punishment, it is preparation. Silence is not abandonment, it is restoration. This ending is creating room for you to breathe again, to remember who you are without constantly adjusting yourself for someone else's uncertainty. You are not being asked to stop loving. You are being asked to stop bleeding. You are not being asked to forget. You are being asked to heal. Love that hurts endlessly is not a sacrifice I require. I am not glorified by your suffering. I am glorified by your peace. I am glorified when you choose truth over attachment, obedience over emotion, and healing over familiarity. You have learned what this connection was meant to teach you. You have seen your capacity to love deeply. You have discovered how loyal your heart can be. You have recognized your need for emotional safety and spiritual alignment. Now it is time to move forward, not backward. Do not confuse this ending with failure. Some connections are not meant to last forever, they are meant to awaken you. They are meant to show you what you desire, what you will no longer tolerate, and what you truly deserve. This love came into your life to reveal your heart, not to claim your future. And that is okay. That is holy. That is purposeful. You are not losing love. You are graduating from a lesson. I know part of you hopes that if you just wait a little longer, things will suddenly align. But hope without action becomes a cage. Faith does not trap you in uncertainty. Faith frees you to walk away when I say it is time. And it is time. Not because something terrible happened, but because something better cannot arrive while your hands are still holding onto what I am asking you to release. You cannot receive with clenched fists. You cannot move forward while constantly looking back. You cannot heal in the same environment that keeps reopening the wound. Let yourself grieve this ending. Do not rush past the pain. Do not pretend you are fine when you are not. Bring your tears to me. Bring your questions to me. Bring your broken expectations to me. I can handle them. I am not fragile. I am not offended by your honesty. I am close to you in this process, closer than you realize. Every tear you shed is seen. Every sigh you release is heard. Every night you feel lonely, I am there, holding you together when you think you are falling apart. This ending does not mean he never mattered. It means the season has changed. And seasons change because growth demands movement. I am teaching you discernment, not bitterness. I am teaching you boundaries, not hardness. I am teaching you to trust me even when your emotions resist. You will look back on this moment one day and realize this was not when you lost something precious. This was when you were finally set free. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not too much. You are not asking for too much. You are simply outgrowing what can no longer meet you where you are. And that is not something to mourn forever, it is something to honor and release. I am preparing you for a love that does not confuse you, a connection that does not make you doubt your worth, a relationship that does not require you to shrink, wait endlessly, or question where you stand. Trust me in this ending. Trust me when it hurts. Trust me when it feels unfair. Trust me when you don't understand the timing. I see what you cannot see. I know what you do not know yet. And I promise you this, what I am ending now is making room for peace, clarity, and a love that meets you in the light, not in uncertainty. You are safe with me. You are loved beyond measure. And this ending is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a chapter where you finally choose yourself, because I have always chosen you. My beloved, stay with me a little longer. Do not rush away from this moment just because your heart feels tender. I know endings leave echoes. Even when something is over, the memories linger, the questions whisper, and the ache tries to convince you that you have lost something irreplaceable. But I need you to understand this deeply now. Nothing I remove from your life is greater than what I have prepared for you. Nothing you release in obedience will ever leave you empty in the end. You are standing at a sacred pause. It feels uncomfortable because you are no longer who you were, yet you have not fully stepped into who you are becoming. This in-between space is where trust is formed. This is where I gently untangle your heart from attachments that once felt like home but can no longer shelter you. I know you miss the familiar voice, the shared moments, the idea of what could have been. Missing something does not mean it was meant to stay. It only means you are human, and your heart is capable of deep connection. Do not let nostalgia lie to you. It will try to show you only the good moments and hide the cost. It will remind you of laughter but forget the tears. It will recall hope but ignore the anxiety. I am asking you to see clearly now, not through pain, not through longing, but through truth. The truth is, you were often carrying the weight alone. The truth is, you were waiting for consistency that never fully arrived. The truth is, you were praying for peace while trying to hold on to something that disturbed it. That inner conflict was not for me. You did not imagine the exhaustion. You did not exaggerate the confusion. You did not ask for too much. Your heart was responding to misalignment. And because I love you deeply, I will not allow you to keep questioning your worth in places where clarity should have been offered freely. I am teaching you that love does not demand constant endurance. Real love flows with grace, safety, and mutual effort. Anything that requires you to abandon yourself to keep it alive is not love that will last. I know you are tempted to check, to wait, to hope for a sign that everything will reverse. But hear me, if I am asking you to let go, it is because holding on will delay your healing. It will keep you emotionally suspended, always wondering, always interpreting, always adjusting. That is not freedom. I want your heart light again. I want your mind quiet again. I want your joy restored, not dependent on someone else's readiness or response. You are learning that endings are not always dramatic. Sometimes they are quiet. Sometimes there is no closure conversation, no clear explanation, no final answer that satisfies your questions. Sometimes the closure is me saying, "Trust me, my child. This is enough." I know that is hard. I know you wanted certainty. But certainty in me is stronger than certainty in people. I am asking you to lean into that now. Do not measure your value by whether someone chooses you in this season. Your value was never created by their decision. I chose you before anyone else ever noticed you. I know how rare your heart is. I know how deeply you love. I know how loyal you are once you commit. That kind of heart deserves safety, not hesitation. It deserves presence, not excuses. It deserves growth, not stagnation. And I am shaping your future to match the depth of who you are. This ending is also breaking a pattern. A pattern of overgiving. A pattern of waiting longer than necessary. A pattern of hoping someone will eventually meet you where you already are. I am teaching you that love does not need to be chased. What is meant for you will walk toward you willingly. What is meant for you will not make you beg for clarity or consistency. What is meant for you will recognize your worth without being convinced. There will come a day when this ache no longer defines your mornings. There will come a night when you fall asleep without replaying old conversations. There will come a moment when you realize you can breathe again without forcing yourself to be strong. Healing does not happen all at once. It happens gently, quietly. Day by day, as you keep choosing to trust me even when your emotions resist. And I am with you in every step of it. Do not fear being alone in this season. This is not loneliness, this is recalibration. This is me drawing you closer, not pushing you away. I am restoring your confidence, your discernment, your emotional balance. I am reminding you that you are whole even without anyone else's validation. From this place of wholeness, your future connections will be healthier, clearer, and aligned. You may not see it yet, but this ending is saving you from deeper heartbreak later. It is sparing you from investing years into something that could not grow with you. It is protecting the tenderness of your heart. One day you will thank me for the door that closed, because it stopped you from settling for less than what I always intended for you. Stay open, my child. Do not harden your heart because of this ending. Guard it, yes, but do not close it. Love will come again, and when it does, it will feel different. It will feel calm, not chaotic. It will feel safe, not uncertain. It will feel mutual, not one-sided. And you will recognize it because it will not pull you away from me, it will draw you closer. For now, rest. Release what you cannot control. Let me carry what you have been holding too tightly. You are not losing your chance at love. You are being led toward it. And I am so proud of you for trusting me even when it hurts. My beloved child, take one more deep breath with me. Let your shoulders soften. Let your heart rest for just a moment in my presence. You have carried so much silently, and I know this final release feels heavier than you expected. Endings often do. Even when they are right, they still ache. But I need you to hear this with clarity and assurance now. You are not being left behind. You are being led forward. This season is sealing something important within you. It is teaching you that love is not meant to cost you your peace, your confidence, or your sense of self. It is teaching you that waiting endlessly is not the same as trusting me. It is teaching you that when I remove something from your life, it is not because you lacked faith, but because you trusted me enough to obey even when your heart resisted. That obedience is precious to me. I know there are moments when you wonder if you misunderstood me, if you let go too soon, if you should have fought harder. But listen closely, you did fight. You fought with patience. You fought with prayer. You fought with understanding. You fought with love. And when the fight became one-sided, I stepped in, because I will never ask you to keep bleeding to prove your devotion. You do not need to earn love by suffering. You do not need to stay in uncertainty to prove loyalty. I delight in you as you are. What you are feeling now is not emptiness. It is adjustment. Your heart is learning a new rhythm, one that is no longer dependent on anticipation or anxiety. This quiet you are experiencing is not absence, it is healing. Let it work. Let it teach you how peace feels again. Let it remind you that your joy was never meant to be borrowed from someone else's attention. It was always meant to flow from me. You are stepping into a season where you will no longer have to question where you stand. Where words and actions will align. Where love will feel steady instead of uncertain. Where you will not have to shrink your needs or silence your voice to keep someone close. This is why I asked you to release what you loved. Not because I wanted to take something from you, but because I wanted to give you something better. Do not rush to fill the space I created. Do not go searching for replacements. Let this time restore you. Let it rebuild your discernment. Let it strengthen your boundaries. Let it reconnect you to your own heart. When you are whole again, you will attract connections that recognize your value without explanation. You will no longer be drawn to what feels familiar but painful. You will be drawn to what feels safe, mutual, and true. There will come a day when you look back on this ending without tears. You will remember it with gratitude, not regret. You will see how close you were to settling, and how gently I intervened. You will understand that what felt like loss was actually rescue. And you will smile, because you will be living a life that once felt impossible from this place of pain. Until that day, walk with me slowly. Be kind to yourself. Speak gently to your heart. Do not replay the past as punishment. Release it as a lesson. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time, and that is enough. I am not disappointed in you. I am proud of you. Proud of your courage. Proud of your softness in a hard moment. Proud of your willingness to trust me even when the path felt unclear. Remember this always. If something ended, it was not meant to define you forever. Your story is still unfolding. Your heart is still capable of deep, beautiful love. And the love I am leading you toward will not require you to lose yourself to keep it. It will meet you where you are, honor who you are, and grow with you as you walk forward. My precious one, this is where I wrap my arms around you and remind you of something you must never forget. You are safe. Even now. Especially now. What feels uncertain to you is already